Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be finding out how are you being perceived by others right now. So basically, what's the gossip on you, or how do people view you right now basically. So I try my best to make it more accurate by having more cards. I don't know if you can see them all. I think you can see them all, right? There are a few charms in them, and there are also a few other extra cards that I found somewhere else. So not all piles have them. So in order to choose pile 1, we have the eel and the iris. Okay. To choose pile 2, we have the snake and the fern. To choose pile 3, we have the trout and the lily of the valley. So basically a fish, right? And then we have the badger and the jingo. I don't know if I can pronounce that, but just the badger, okay? And then we have the finch and the peach. The finch, so just a bird, right? So I'm just trying to make it simple. So an eel, a snake, a fish, a badger, and another bird, okay? So go ahead and pick your piles, and I'm gonna start. Okay, so pile 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So pile 1, you guys chose the eel and the iris, and the key word on this one is safety. Safety. So how are you being perceived? Safety. Okay. 32, seek inspiration. 3 is a number of creativity and collaborations, and 2 is a number of partnerships. Add them together, you get 2. Add them together, you get 5, which is all about change. Okay, so seek inspiration. Some of you could be an Aquarius, and I actually got that card from Alice Love Pick a card. Like Alice loves Exist Visions. When I ordered this tutu necklace, so you guys could be an Aquarius, but also seek inspiration. It kind of gives an Aquarius vibe. We have trust. You don't have to be an Aquarius, by the way. We have trust. We have 26, dare to be happy. 2 is a number of partnerships. 6 is a number of reciprocity, karma, balance. Add them together, you get 8, which is abundance. Okay, could be a Capricorn. Okay, could be a Cancer. I'm getting. Could be a Libra. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So any Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 10 of Cups. So any water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the Ace of Pentacles, again, Earth energy. And we have job and finances. Oh, a lot of Earth energy. And we have the gratitude. So pile 1, how are you being perceived right now? Okay, so right now people are seeing you as someone who has a lot of stability. And I know it's a bit contradictory because we have the 5 of Pentacles, but I feel like people have been aware that no matter what you go through, you always bounce back. Your bounce back game is strong. So you may have been in situations where money wasn't doing good, or you've been in situations where you've been lost and there hasn't been any sort of stability, and you've managed to work your way up and gain leverage all over again. I mean, I can personally relate to that. Not a lot of people know, but I've been homeless before. And people get shocked when I say that. I live in London. They're like, how can you be homeless? Yeah, I've been homeless before with my child, well, my eldest kid at the time, before my youngest kid existed. And now I have my own house. And it's not just like, oh, I live in a room. Like, no, I have my whole house. And people wonder, like, how's that possible? It's hard for anyone to even find a place to live. And even if you do find a place to live, you only get a room and you share with strangers. How are you 25, but you have your own house? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I've been homeless and I've transformed it. But you guys some of you could have gone through the same thing where you've had nowhere else to go, but now you have a safe place, you have stability. If that is not your point where like, oh, I've never been homeless before, but people have seen you struggle. People have seen you get kicked and what's the word I'm looking for? Not kicked, but people have like, in terms of help, basically, people have basically not helped you with everything you've achieved. That's what I'm trying to get at. Sheesh. Like, you've rised upon from the ashes. Like, you know what it feels like to have nothing, but you also know what it feels like to have everything you need. So I feel like people have seen you struggle. People have seen you strive. But even in this time when you have struggled, you've always practiced gratitude. You've always been happy towards other people and help. What is wrong with my throat chakra? I'm trying to say one word, but a different word is coming out my mouth. I was basically trying to say, you've always helped people in their time of need, and you've always been happy for other people. You've always shown gratitude. You've always been there for people. And now God has given you everything that you need, and you're more than happy, and you're about to be blessed even more. And people say that you know how to transmute your pain into power, because we have seek inspiration. You have a lot of people who find you very inspiring, because everything you've gone through, no matter what it is, even if it's like relationship problems, toxicity, being cheated on, whatever it may be, you've managed to take that pain and transmute it into something grand. Like, for example, this is what a lot of artists do. I went to a concert, and basically the artist was channeling everything that they've gone through, all their pain, into their music, and it just spoke to so many people. Some people just started crying in the audience. So, and now she makes money doing that, you know. So you're somebody who you're not this people see you as, you're not in this victim mentality mindset. Like, you're not like, oh, woe is me. Even though you may have a lot to actually complain about, you have a lot to actually be sad about, you still manage to keep your head high and look at the positive. So you could have Sagittarius in your chart, because I know them to be very optimistic, but you take the pain and you make it power. And people actually, they see you thrive from that. It's almost like, you know, when people do you dirty, you end up looking better after you leave relationships with people, or just friendships or anything. You end up looking better after you've suffered, and you end up gaining like a lot of leverage in your life. And people wonder, like, how is that possible? Like, it's almost like you use the pain to fuel you, and people see you in this kind of way. Okay, and they see you as an inspiration. They also see you as someone who's safe. You know, there's your energy that makes people feel like welcome, like they can relate to you. Like, there's something about you that's very grand, very blueprint-esque. Like, no one is like you, but at the same time, you're still relatable to people. But at the same time, you're not relatable to people. If that makes sense. It's like your struggles are relatable to many, but the way you handle it and the way you get on with life is not relatable. Like, most people choose to stay in the victim mentality. Most people just want to be a victim. They just want people to sympathize with them, and that's it. They don't want to change anything. But you are someone who gets up every day and you're like, I need to do something about this. Your drive to change your life is unmatched, and people find that very inspirational. And it's because you have trust in either God, the divine, the universe, or your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors. You just have trust within these entities or within yourself. And that's what helps you get far, because we have trust. You have a lot of trust in yourself, and people even see you as very trustworthy, because they think, if you have trust in this and your life is always getting better after people have done you dirty or after you've suffered, then I have trust in you. Like, you're being seen as someone who's very trustworthy. You're also being seen as someone who's guaranteed for success. Okay, and the reason why I say this is because we have jobs and finances, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. People see you as someone who's destined for overall greatness, happiness, happy home life, success, euphoria, just contentment, because you've gone through some shit, but you've done the shadow work. You practice gratitude, and that is why God was always giving you everything that you deserve. Okay, because we have Dare to Be Happy. People see you as someone who you're no longer, because I'm hearing no more hiding who I want to be, this is me. Like, people see that you've changed, and you could have dimmed your light, you could have hid yourself to make other people feel comfortable, but now you're no longer doing that. The real you is showing out, and people are seeing it. It's like, maybe you were a people pleaser, or maybe you felt like you needed to hide parts of yourself, but now you're just like, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna be myself, and I'm gonna be unapologetic. I'm no longer going to set myself on fire to keep other people warm. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and what I've been wanting to do for a long time. And people see you're just being happy. People feel like you're very content with this Ten of Cups and this Dare to Be Happy. People just see you happy. They're like, they think that you have no problems. Like, they know you've gone through some shit, but they feel like right now you've transformed it all and you're in a better space. Even if this may not be true, people see it. Like, 32, collaborations, partnerships, change. You've learned a lot from your friendships and your relationships, and you've made that big change. People definitely see that you are getting opportunities handed to you from the universe, from God, from whatever you believe in. So people really do put their trust in you because you trust in yourself. But really, your trust in yourself is coming from a higher place. You trust in God. So that is why God is blessing you with all these things. And if you feel like, oh, I'm still waiting on the blessings, Gemini, the blessings are coming. Okay, I feel like this is a pile that you will never have to worry about money in the future. 1010, as I said, that you're never going to have to worry about stability anymore. You'll never have to worry about jobs, or you're going to get everything that you are working towards, and you should be honestly really happy with that. So well done, power one. It's not easy. I feel like this power suffered like to the core, but you may not talk about it, but people know about it. But it's like you've transformed, and you're just giving the happiness to yourself now. You're like, I need to be selfish in the most healthiest way possible, and I'm happy for you guys. So people are viewing you in that way, like inspirational, like they want to be you. They're like, I wish I had the strength. You feel you are someone who gives people this feeling of feeling safe. You feel like home. They're like, if I can know someone like power one, I feel like I'd be in a better space. Like just your energy alone is powerful, and people can like literally leech off it. Like even good things happen to people who stick around you. So you got that abundant energy. So people are viewing you as very strong, very stable, very like, I'm hearing like the stallion, like you've gone through so much and you transfer it into something amazing, and people wish that they had that energy, because people find it easy to just be a victim of life. But that's what I'm getting. I'm gonna move on to pile number 2. What a great way to be viewed. Okay, so 1146, pile 2. You guys chose the snake and the fern. So the snake is a little bit cunning, a little bit devious, but the word under it, we have starting over. Okay, so I'm getting Scorpio vibes, starting over. I'm getting Slytherin from Harry Potter vibes, ambition, There's a bit of like a taboo energy to you, but we'll see. Okay, we do have a charm here. It's an earring that I used to wear, but I lost the other side, so I just made it into a charm. You have the earring, so you may wear a lot of jewelry, or you may be a really good listener. Like you may listen more than what you talk. Okay, we have helpful people. We have meditation brings answers. We have number 2, start anew. Okay, again, two cards referring to starting over. Okay. Some of you could have moved house, and that's the T. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups. We have the Lovers. And we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like Sagittarius energy, or any fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And we have Gemini here, the Lovers. And we have the 2 of Cups, water sign energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have I love you. And we have children. So what is the T on you guys? Some of you have kids, right? Children is here. And people see you as changed, transformed. Maybe people knew you before you had kids. This is just for the part if you have kids. If you don't, I'm going to get into that. So if you do have children, people see that having children has changed you. It's made you more empathetic. It's made you a lot more loving. It's made you, if you're a woman who was more like in their masculine, more like a bad behaved child, or like very like feisty teenager, having children has made you more mellow, more stepping into a more feminine energy, more reserved, more quieter, more down to earth. Okay, but if you don't have children, people are perceiving you as someone who you're on your way to having children. I don't know why. Like, I feel like some of you, if you're in a connection, people are seeing you like this love has changed you. Like love has changed you completely. And you could be moving house or moving countries. You're just always on the go. But if you feel like, nah, Gemini, like I'm single as fuck, then people are seeing you as someone who is going to meet someone very soon, because there's something about your energy that just screams like, I'm ready to fall in love. I don't know what it is, but people are perceiving you in that way. But people are perceiving you as very quiet and very cunning. Not cunning in a bad way, but in a way where when you have goals and you make moves, you don't tell people what your goals are. So like people may think you're even secretly married or secretly in a relationship, but you're just not telling people because they feel like you're acting very different. And if you are, or if you're not even, but you just keep your life private and you feel like, okay, well, when I do fall in love, I want to be quiet about it. People perceive you as someone who just keeps everything to your chest. You're like a vault. Okay, people feel like you're in the mode of transforming. Like maybe something happened and you felt like I need to change something about myself. You guys could also be on a diet, you know. You guys may be glowing up, but there's something about change and starting over. So some of you could be looking for houses and looking to move, but people are just perceiving you as something's changing about you. But people know that like everyone actually really loves you, pal, too. You sometimes, I don't know why I'm being called to say that, but sometimes you may feel like not many people love you or care about you like that, but people actually do, because we do have helpful people. So people think that you're being helped or you're someone who deserves to have help, or they feel like a lover is helping you. But for some reason, people feel like you're very supported. Like no one can go against you, because I feel like people like see you as someone who is highly protected, and people have your back. So I'm getting like somebody can be talking shit about you, but then someone always defends you, or someone always changes the topic whenever someone says something bad about you. They're like, let's not talk about part two, or don't talk about part two like that. And then the conversation changes. Like people are perceiving you as someone who you have loyal friends or loyal people who got your back behind your back, right? People see you as also someone who's very zen, very mellow, because we have meditation brings answers. You're very patient, very Cancer-esque as well, like very like healing energy vibes. I care about my lover, my family, my everything. People just see you as someone who you have, maybe you come from a good family, loyalty, just support. Like they feel like if it's not family, you have friends, you have people who just support you and who will always be there for you, and people who just love you, and you just exude love. Some of you could be a Libra, and the reason why I say that is because I think of pink when I think of love. So you guys just exude an energy that screams, I'm lovable. And people really do love you, even if you feel like they don't. There's like an innocence to you, but also very like calculated. Like I feel like you make people think that you're innocent, but you're not innocent. Like it's just like you have a side where I'm like, I have a savage side. I'm not innocent completely. I'm a good person, but it's like I also have a savage side kind of thing. You guys give Scorpio energy as well, where like you're very secretive. Like you keep your cards close to your chest, no pun intended. And it's like you and it may not even be for any sneaky reason. Like you may just feel like evil eye is real and I just don't want to let anyone know that I'm taken. So if you're talking to someone right now, you keep it quiet. Like you don't like to tell people your plans. But people see you as someone who you're someone who's so lovable that some people develop an interest in you, even if it's not mutual. Like even if you don't like them back, people feel like you're very easy to get along with, easy to be friends with, because your vibe just screams, I'm lovable and I'm understanding. Okay, because I get that with the Two of Cups. This is like partnerships. People see you as someone who they would want a relationship with, they would desire. People see, if you're a woman, people see you as wifey material. There's something very feminine about you, and very innocent yet still like intelligent. Like you're not naive, you know. But if you're a man, like people see you as someone who they would catch feelings for you and you wouldn't even know it, because people just tend to like, I don't know, people may fantasize things about you and you're just like, huh? You know, you could be listening to this pal too thinking like, I didn't even know I exuded that energy. I just be introverted. I just be keeping to myself. But people see you as very like easy to talk to. Like if they wanted to trust someone with a secret, they would go to you. But people are perceiving you as very busy, as in like you don't have time for everybody. Like you're just more on like, okay, onwards and upwards. I have to get this done. I have to get this done. So you may be the type of friend where like your friend is just like, hey, how's it going? Like I haven't seen you in quite a while. And you're just like, oh, life's been great. I've just been really busy. I got a new job. I visited Peru. I got married the other day. Like you're the type of person that doesn't really talk about your plans or doesn't really talk about things that you've done until it's happened. That's when you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I did this. Like if someone asks, and it makes people so like shocked, like, whoa, like why didn't you say this? Because maybe you don't feel the need to let people know about what you've got going on, because maybe you're the type of people like you're just like, I don't need to brag. Like I just like living my life for me. I'm not living my life for a show. So I just be doing my life, you know? Life is lifing. So this is just you guys' energy. But people see you as someone, you're a really good listener. You're someone who, if somebody wants to talk to you, you give this therapeutic energy, especially with this Two of Cups and with the earring. You guys are someone who, you're great listeners. You're always there. And that's what makes people feel like they're connected to you, even if it's one-sided. Like people start to fantasize about you because you're just such a great listener and you're always there for people. And yeah, but you're also very mysterious. So I feel like you're easy to love. And people can recognize that you're a good person, even if you're just very secretive and you just don't let people in. People can tell that you're a good person, but you may just be on the introverted side, okay? But there's something that people talk about that something's changed in you. Like maybe you weren't always quiet. Maybe you used to be more open, but now you've been a bit more reserved. But there's something about you that's very different. But you could be starting your life. You could be picking up a new job, a new hobby, a new skill, going back to school. Like you want to grind in private, and you just don't feel the need to vocalize that to people. But regardless, people do feel like, you're someone who deserves to be defended, for some reason. Like if someone talks about you, like someone else will be like, don't talk about part two like that. And yeah, I feel like you're very patient. Some people perceive as very spiritual, like you always find out things, even when you're not looking for things. So people perceiving you as someone you're really good at finding out stuff about people without even trying. Or maybe people just be telling on themselves when they talk to you because you're so easy to talk to. So the reason why I said this, because I saw the meditation brings answers. So I feel like you may get dreams about things, or you find out things somehow without even trying, But other than that, you're just seen as a busy bee. You just have your life to get on with, and you just don't feel the need to let people know. But there's something about very innocence about you in terms of you're just very pure-hearted. You're just introverted, but yet pure-hearted. Like there's nothing cunning about you. Like it may come off that way to people, but really and truly, you just don't feel the need to let people know certain things. It may bother a few people, but it's just like, I know your intention, pal, too. You're just like, I just don't feel the need to let people know shit, But yeah, there's just something very different about you. But people actually really feel like you're very sophisticated, and people would actually consider you as a partner, like someone who they'd want to be with. They like your qualities. You have the qualities of what people most look for in a partner, and that's what people view of you. That's how people are seeing you right now. But that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting any other messages, because what I was hearing in my head is something about the sunshine, baby. I see it in you in a whole new light. Out of this world for the first time, baby. Oh, it's alright. Like someone just feels like you're a bright light, and you're not even trying. Like you just be keeping to yourself, but just being around your energy alone, like they just feel like there's something about Pal 2 that makes me feel like if I wanted a partner, I'd look for someone who's just like Pal 2. I don't know what it is, but that's just what I'm getting. I'm gonna move on to Pal number 3 now. I didn't understand what that meant, but yeah. Okay, so 2301. You guys chose the Trout and the Lily Valley, so basically the fish. The word under it is purification. Okay. So, wow. I'm hearing, go ahead and break my heart again. Leave me wondering why the hell I ever let you in. Are you the definition of insanity? Or are you? Oh, it must be nice to have someone who lets you break them twice. Like you could be breaking hearts. Even when I saw the purification word, what came to my mind is someone blocking people, or just ghosting people, or just being distant with people. You guys could be just having like a random thought in your head where you're just like, I'm not really gonna chill with this person anymore. Like you could be chilling with people and you just know like you'll never see them again. You're like, yeah, I don't resonate with this person's energy anymore. You guys could be going through the dark night of the soul, but you're being perceived in a way where you're keeping your distance from people, or you're getting rid of people who no longer serve you, or who you no longer resonate with. And it may not even be beef. You may not even have a problem with anyone, but you're just getting rid of people who like no longer resonate with you, or you've outgrown, or you've changed so much and you can't really force a connection with. Okay, but let's see. We have music is the answer. You guys could be musicians and you're changing a lot, like your aesthetics, your sound, you're taking it with focus. We have there's something better. We have 55, thank God. 5 is a number of change. Add them together, you get 10, which rounds to 1, which is all about new beginnings. Okay, rebirth is giving 11 energy. We have 44. Wow, two master numbers, 55 and 44. 4 is all about stability and safety and protection. 4 and 4 together makes 8, which is all about abundance. Ooh, this is a successful pile in the making. That's what I'm getting. Okay. We have the High Priestess, could be a Pisces, especially with that music. Like Pisces is a very like talented sign. I feel like you guys are just good at so many things. We have Death, which is Scorpio. We have Earth sign energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have Yes, and we have Heart Chakra. So how are you being perceived, Pile 3? People are perceiving you as someone who's destined for success, but you're going through a change. Maybe some of you are changing your looks, or you're changing your aesthetics, or how you write, or maybe you enjoyed doing something artistically, but now you're taking it with a lot more seriousness and you're getting better and better at it. I feel like I can relate to this, Pile. I don't mean that in a narcissistic way, like, oh, it's all about me, but only because I also make music, and that is the only reason why I'm inserting myself in this pile. Other than that, it's all yours, you know? But people are seeing you as someone who you're getting in touch with your heart space. Maybe before you could have come across as very numb, like very hard to connect to. Maybe you could have not been able to get so close to people. You didn't allow people to get close to you. But now people are seeing you as more like you're trying your best to connect with people who are on your energy. Like it's like you're not being closed off to people anymore, because maybe some of you may have been really heartbroken in the past, so you were being perceived as someone who you have a barrier, your walls are up. But now you're being perceived as someone who you're like, my walls are not up, but my walls are up to anyone who I no longer resonate with, but my walls are down for people who are on the same frequency as me. So you're making space for people who have the same intentions and quest as you. You're meeting a lot of people who are like-minded like you. You're attracting your own sort of tribe. So people are seeing you as someone more open to them. People are also seeing you as very confident. You're well assured of yourself with the Yes card. I always interpret that to mean someone who just knows who they are. They know what they want in life. They found their life purpose and they're going towards that. People see you as very self-assured, very secure, very confident. People see you as you're hustling. You're just working on your grind. Like you don't even have time for anything. If you come across anyone who's like immature, stupid, selfish, whatever it may be, you don't have time for it. Like you're cutting off people who like just give you wishy-washy energy. It's just like, okay, if someone expresses interest in you and they're just playing games and being immature, you're like, all right, bye, I ain't got time for it. You may not even block everyone, but you may just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna feed into that. I don't subscribe to that bullshit. You know, like you're just more focused on what makes you happy and what you're working towards. You're going through a big major shift. People are seeing you as someone who's transforming. Like people don't even recognize you anymore. You could have like had a physical transformation, but this is also like internally, or your personality. Maybe the people you went to school with saw you in a different way. Maybe you were more reserved, more quiet, more, you know, or maybe had different beliefs or just differences. But then now you've completely transformed. You guys could be someone who goes through a lot of awakenings and a lot of transformations, and people can't really keep up, but people see you going through some major glow up now. Because you express gratitude. People see you as very humble. So people feel like you're very beautiful, handsome, smart. You're extremely skilled in whatever you're doing. Doesn't have to be music, but you're extremely skilled in whatever you're doing. And people see you as someone who's humble, as in like you could talk your shit if you wanted to. You could be cocky as fuck about whatever you got going on if you wanted to, but you're not. You're grounded. You're stable, you know, you're good, and you remain kind, caring, sweet, down to earth, and you don't even have to be. Like if you wanted to be an arrogant motherfucker, people would understand why. You can back it up with your skill set and your looks, but you choose to be humble because that is just who you are, right? So people feel like you've gone through so much change, but it's like good change. People see you as very intuitive, very psychic. Like you have a special relationship with God himself, because you're just like, like you have so much belief in yourself and so much self-love, so much security, so much confidence in who you are that no one can fucking shake you. So people must think you must have a good relationship with God because you have leadership energy, like influencer energy. Like when you enter a room, everything shifts. People see you in that light, and people feel like people can't lie to you because you pick up on things quickly. You guys could be tarot readers like me. You guys could be psychic. You guys could be just people who are very adapted and very evolved. So people can't lie to you. And oftentimes people tell on themselves. I feel like God has got your back because angels be talking to people, and then people be like, angels be talking through people and talking to you, and then they tell on themselves. You're someone who's very intuitive and you're very like psychic. So it's like now you've mastered the art of like, okay, I don't need to have my walls up. I don't need to be keeping myself from everyone. I'm now selective with who I give my energy to. You guys are very selective with who you give your energy to, but you're also really good at keeping secrets. Like you don't let anyone know what you got going on. Similar to Pile 2, you don't allow anyone to know what you got going on. You just hit and then that's it. You just put something out, or you just people find out when they need to find out, but you don't tell people. And people see you as very secretive and mysterious and hard to get to know. So Scorpios, Pisces energy, like people see you as very mystical, a mystic. Like people want to know so much, but you don't allow anyone to know that much because it's just like, you don't need to know. Like if you don't know, you don't need to know. And when you do know, now you know, you know? It's because people see that you have high standards. People feel like your standards for yourself are high. Like you don't put high standards on other people because you're just like, I don't want to control anyone. But the high standards are for yourself. It's like you want a better life. You may have an amazing life. You are very grateful, as we can see, thank God. You guys have so much to be grateful for, and you do express gratitude. You're a humble person. But it's like you want better for yourself. Like say, for example, like you could work at like a random job, like let's say you are, I don't know, a nurse, and you have enough money to take care of all your needs and you like your schedule and everything's fine, but you're like, but I want to be a dentist. I'm using my friend's example because I have a friend who's a nurse, but she wants to be a dentist. You could be like, I want more than that. So let me be a dentist. Let me go back to university and study and become a dentist. Like you want more for yourself, and people see like you have high standards for how you want your life to be, because you guys know that no one else is going to live your life but yourself. So you might as well have high standards. You might as well work hard to change things that you don't like, right? Because you have the power to. Especially if you're someone who's born in the West, you are very privileged. And you have so much given to you. I'm not saying that there won't be certain struggles here and there. But just being born in the West alone gives you a leverage over someone who, you know, for example, would be born in Palestine, right? So you make use of your privileges, and that's exactly how it should be used. It's like if you have a privilege, make use of your privilege, you know? Like it's not given to you for no reason, you know? So, but you show a lot of gratitude and you feel like I want better for myself. And it inspires people. There's some people who are jealous of this quality. There's some people who will be like, all right, Pile 3 needs to fucking chill. Like Pile 3 has everything I could ever want. Like why do they always want more? But it's not coming from a place of greed. You guys are just hustlers. You just work hard and you're good at many things. And you're like, well, if I have this ability, why not use it? You know, why not monetize it? You know, so if God has given you something, you're just like, why not make use of it, right? So yeah, people feel like you always have an answer for everything. If you have ADHD, this is a side note, if you have ADHD, you could be like me where you just burst into song randomly. Like when someone's talking, like for example, like you could be talking and be like, you could see a little girl crossing the street and you're just like, she's just a girl and she's on fire. Like you always have a song for everything. And there's a playlist for everything. If you guys are on Instagram or you're just very like into music and you share music a lot, people see you as someone who you have a music or a song for every emotion. So if you're sad, you have a playlist or you share a sad song. If you're happy, you share, like people feel like you always have a playlist. But I feel like you guys have changed so much. Like even maybe your beliefs have changed. For some of you, you could have joined a new religion, or you could have just left a religion, or you just have a different mindset because we have purification. So it's like you're seeing things from a different perspective. But you guys are hustlers, man. But just stick with it. You guys, people see you as very consistent and very like goal orientated. You have a certain goal in your mind and you're sticking to it, and it's tunnel vision. You're not allowing anyone to distract you, not even lovers, and you're focused on it. And it's like people genuinely feel like your drive is unmatched. This reminds me of pile 1 or 2, a little bit of both. But you guys are being respected heavily. Like, even if you're a woman, like, even men are kind of like, at first they get really insecure and intimidated by your energy, but at the same time they feel inspired. They're like, we can't hate the hustle. Like, there's a reason why she's so damn amazing. It's because she's a hard worker. Maybe I need to be like this. And I feel like you don't allow anyone to distract you. Like, even men who may flirt with you, you may be like, why are you flirting with me when you could just be getting your bag? Like, don't you have a job to work at? Like, don't you have money to make? Why are you wasting your time talking to me and distracting me when I'm focused on my bag? You know, so yeah. So yeah. I heard a line from an old song that I made, like a really old song, like 3 years ago. And it's to do with what I'm saying. I think it's like, guys are really just, what's it called? I don't even remember my own song. What was it called? Guys are really just distraction from the money. I think guys are really just distractions from the money. Honey, all this what is, I can't remember what I said, but all I remember is guys are really just distractions from the money. Honey, all this something is just fucking up my energy. I can't remember. All this talking, all this stalling is just fucking up my energy. I can't remember, but you guys are being seen as like hustler, boss babe. You're just focusing on yourself with the hustle, but people see you going places. Like, they believe in you, and you've just made a big transformation, and you're not done. I feel like you're going to go through more transformations and to get to where you need to be. So people are seeing you as really like driven. I'm also being drawn to the roses in this picture and the roses here. So people do see you as someone who's very feminine and masculine at the same time, and very lovable, very, like, people have crushes on you. And even when it comes to love, people may offer you your cup. You have a lot of people who are interested in you romantically, but I feel like you reject them because you feel like there's something better. Not in an arrogant way where like, oh, you're not good enough or you don't make enough money, but more like, you don't want to settle, because maybe in the past you settled for people, and in the back of your mind you're like, why am I settling? I know this is not my person. And then they end up treating you badly, and you're like, wow, this is what I get for lowering my standards. This is what I get for settling for someone who I knew like was never even meant to be with me. You know, so now it's like you've upped your standards, and now you're just like, yeah, I'm not settling. Like, sorry, what you got going on is amazing, and you seem like a sweet person, but you know, respectfully, you and I are not meant to be together. Like, you only want your soulmate. That's it. You don't want anyone else. You haven't got time to get to know people or want to take your time. You're like, I just want my husband, or I just want my wife right now. Like, I ain't got time for you guys. I'm going to keep hustling until they come, you know? So you're keeping yourself busy, but people are seeing you in this kind of way. I respect it. I'm going to move on to pile number 4. I wanted to do another pick a pile, but I don't think I'll have time to. And I feel like my son is like messing up the living room as we speak. Okay, so. All right, so 3746, pile 4. You guys chose the badger and the ginkgo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but the badger. Okay, I'm going to be real. I don't know much about badgers. I don't even think I've seen one in real life, but I hear the word like, stop badgering me, you know? So I don't know if it's to do with that. The word under it is healing wounds. Okay, so people might be seeing you in a way where like, you just don't want to be bothered. So maybe you're the person that's like, stop badgering me. Like, people see you as antisocial, like you're healing, you know? We have it's up to you. We also have the charm here, the crown. We have 37, clean up your mess. 3 is a number of creation, collaboration, friendships, and 7 is a number of learning. Add them together, you get 10, which rounds to 1, which is all about starting new beginnings, portals, 11. We have 42, have fun. 4 is a number of protection, balance, not balance, but protection and groundedness, stability. And 2 is partnership. So add them together, you get 6, which is all about balance, okay? All right, work hard, play hard. That's what I'm hearing. We have the 4 of Cups, which is water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have the 6 of Wands, fire energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And yeah, we have Earth energy, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Page of Pentacles. You don't have to be these signs, but that's just the energy that exudes. And we have no, and we have in a year. So how are you being perceived, powerful? People are perceiving you as somebody who wants to be left alone. Like you're just like, I ain't got time for it. And it could be because you're healing, or you're trying to change things about your life, or you're when it comes to matters of love, like you just don't really want to connect with people in that way. But people may be seeing you as very like prestigious, because we do have the crown here. So people feel like you're very stingy with your time, and you don't give people the time of day. Some people may think you're depressed, because we have the 4 of cups, and it's just like you may have a resting bitch face, and you may be very stoic in nature, where you're just like, I just don't really want to connect right now. Like you can't fake being happy, you know. But I think it's because maybe you guys have gone through some stuff, so you don't really want to connect with someone romantically right now, or maybe you just don't even have the time to connect with people platonically right now. But you could be in a healing process, and you may not even be aware of it. You may just be coming off as very emotionally unavailable. It doesn't mean you are. You could be like, Gemini Empress, I'm trying to find me a spouse right now, and you're telling me that I'm emotionally unavailable. You know, but yeah, people are perceiving you as very hard to get close to, very emotionally unavailable. They're seeing you as someone who's changing things, maybe clearing up a few things. Maybe things went wrong somewhere and you're just trying to work on it. Some of you could be going through therapy and just talking out your problems here and there. But you still have a balance. Like you still go out and have fun. People are seeing you as someone who you'll still go out. Like if you're invited to go somewhere, you're still gonna say yes every so often, but it's not going to be like a daily thing. You know, like I got shit to do. Work hard, play hard. Some of you, this is a random message, some of you could be in debt, or you may need to pay off a few things, especially if you're a business owner. You may need to pay off a few things, or you may need to sort out money and finances. So it's like you want to rather clean that up. You don't want to hang out with people until your money is right. Okay, but people see you as very self-sufficient with this Queen of Pentacles. You're just focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, for yourself, by yourself. And people just see you as like in your independence nature. But people also see you as the Page of Pentacles, where there are moments where you don't have as much money, or you may feel like, oh, I can't hang out, I don't have as much money. And then out of nowhere, you start to accumulate more money when you keep to yourself. So I feel like you just don't like to go out and like waste your money. Like you're very selective with when you do that. But people see you as someone who's also learning new skills, just trying to fix some things. But people see you as someone who, people actually want your time, okay? I'm hearing people want my time, I'm billing these niggas, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so people see you're actually very loved. Okay, people do want your attention more. People do actually want to be in your space more. People do want to invite you for things. But you may just be like, oh, I got shit to do. Sorry, I can't come out. Like you do go out every like now and then, but it's like you're more focused on your abundance. But people see you as emotionally unavailable. Like take this if it resonates. What I'm about to say may not resonate with everyone, but people see you as someone who you don't mind lust, like you don't mind having sex and talking to people and getting to know people or dating different people. But when it comes to actual true commitment, people think that you're not available for that. You're emotionally unavailable. You're not interested. You just want fun. You just want to get to know people, but you don't want anything deep. Now, if that part doesn't resonate you, then ignore that. But that's just for someone here. Because we have no. So people see you're stingy with your time, and like you reject a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people want you, but a lot of people feel rejected by you. But I do feel like you're just working on yourself, and I feel like some of you are just waiting for the new year to go through some changes and set some goals, because we do have in a year. So people feel like, yeah, like they don't have as much time with you, and by the time you even notice them, it will probably be like too late. That's what the in a year is referring to, as in like you may take your time with people and they may feel like maybe you don't want them, you know, because I'm getting an energy where you're kind enough to like hit people up and like hang out with people and connect with people, but it's like you're still being seen as like you're not present, or you're not really emotionally invested, or like you just don't have the time. And people perceive this as prestigious, but people feel like some of you, don't shoot me, but some of you may be seen as like, maybe you may come across as arrogant, because a lot of Leo energy is being depicted here. People may feel like you're better than certain people, or you feel like you're better than some people, but that's only for people who don't really understand what you're feeling or what you're going through. So other than that, yeah, people just see you as emotionally not invested in them, and you have a lot of people who have a crush on you, but it's just like you ain't got time for it. And people also wait for you to have the ball in your court. They want you to make a decision about them, but you may just be like, I don't really know. I'm just focused on myself. and I'm just taking care of myself. Some of you may be also perceived as stingy, like you don't spend money on people, but people want to spend money on you, you know? But yeah, because we have it's up to you. So people see like, oh, do you like me? And you may be like, yeah, I guess. And they're just like, so do you want to hang out? And you're just like, sure, I can't today, but I'll let you know. And you could be the type of person that's just like, I'll let you know, and then you just never let them know. You know, like, because people see it as up to you. People want you to show them that there is an interest that you have in them, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. But people feel like you just don't have an interest in people right now, like on a deeper level. So they're kind of just like waiting. You could have left a lot of people on red and they're waiting for you to respond, and you're just like, oh, I haven't responded. Oh no. Okay, I guess I won't respond at all. You know, like you guys could be deemed as like nonchalant, you know. But people do see you as someone who you're very beautiful, handsome, but they feel like just very guarded, or like emotionally at least. But yeah, you want to entertain more light-hearted things, so friendships or connections that don't really lead to like anywhere. Like I'm not saying this is for everyone, but some of you your words say one thing, but your actions say another. Like you may be like, no, I want a serious commitment. I want to be with the love of my life. I want to find the person for me. But your actions may depict otherwise. Like you may be like very standoffish, or you may just be very nonchalant, or you may not put the effort in. You may not talk to people. You may leave people on red. And you may be just too busy. You know, you're just like, maybe a workaholic. So people get the gist that maybe you may want love, but maybe they're not the one for you, or maybe they're not good enough for you. And it kind of dents people's self-esteem. Like you make people feel like, I don't know if they like me or not, you know? But you may not, some of you may not even realize that you're doing this. You may be like, oh, shit, well, I do want love. I don't know why I'm coming off that way, you know? But yeah, some of you do see therapists. So unpack that when you see your therapist, you know? But yeah, people just feel rejected by you. They feel like you just don't have time for them, and like you're not interested in them, because you know the quotes that people say, oh, we make time for people who matter to us. We make time for people who really mean the world to us. And so when you don't make time for people, people perceive that to mean, I guess I don't mean the world to Power 4, you know? And you may have people unintentionally in competition, like for your time. Some people be like, I hope I'm the one that they choose, especially if you're serial dating. But well and truly, you're just focused on yourself. Your heart chakra may not be completely open. You may still need a lot of healing, especially if you've recently got out of a relationship. You need some time, but you may just be wanting to entertain people. But people be in their feelings. So some of you may people may perceive one side of you to be very mature when it comes to your finances and stuff, but when it comes to the love department, they may feel like you're a page, because we have the queen and the page, you know. So people see you as like, you're not as healed as you think you are. But that's all I'm getting. It doesn't have to all be true, but that's just how you're being perceived. But yeah, people will want balance from you, but they only get balance from you if it's something lighthearted, but not in depth. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Power 5. So 47. Power 5, you guys chose the finch and the peach. So basically a bird and a peach. You guys may have a big ass, okay, random, because I'm being drawn to the peach. But underneath we have romance. Ooh, romance. Okay, let's see. We have they are arrogant. And this is from Alice's card deck. We have no. Ooh, child. Okay. We have number 8, courageous. Courageous. You guys could be Leos, or like just someone with 8 in their chart. It's not always Leos, is it? It's like Scorpio energy as well. But yeah, be courageous. We have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the 8 of Cups, which is water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and we have the Devil card, Capricorn. I'm hearing she's so lovely. She's so lovely. I'm hearing she's a temptation. She's a temptation. We have opportunity. We have hiding. Okay, so how are you being perceived, Power 5? People perceive you as someone who's a bit of a flirt. People see you as a temptation. Like, even if people are in relationships, or like just people in general who don't really want to, like, you know, this is LGBT friendly, because I'm getting you turn the same gender on as well. So I feel like people are seeing you as a temptation. People find you very attractive, very sexy, very independent, very seductive, siren energy. And people see you as very courageous, very confident in yourself. You put yourself out there. Just very like, I heard stud muffin. If you're a man, stud muffin. You're very attractive and but very unavailable, because we have the Eight of Cups. People think you get bored of them quickly. Like you could be dating around and maybe you just get bored of people easily and you just dip. You know, people see that you're very secretive, mysterious. People can't read you with the hiding. People can't read you, but you're such a temptation. With this devil card, you make people obsessed with your energy. People find you sexy. Ooh, I'm getting turned on just thinking about you. Like, oh my God, like this energy, like is making me like flustered. Like people find you very attractive and very sexy. You could even have Scorpio in your chart. They're magnetic. But you play hard to get. With this no card, no one actually meets your standards. So some people may feel like, okay, you know, I have high standards and like, you know, and then people feel like, okay, I can meet those standards. I can be anything you want me to be, baby. And then they just never meet your standards and then you lose interest. And some of you either block people or you ghost people. You just feel like, nah, you just don't meet the cut. And it has them in their field. So they start to think that you're arrogant. They start to feel like you think that your shit don't stink. But you're not arrogant. You just have high standards. Like, because I feel like with my Power 5s, this is me defending my subscribers. I don't think you guys are arrogant. I think what you require in a person is something you're able to bring to the table with. It's like, I just want my equal. And you have high standards. So it's just like people feel like because they don't meet your standards, you're arrogant. But you're not. You just don't want to settle for less. There was another power that was also not settling for less, but that was more like in their life. But you just don't want to settle for less in love, because this is romance related. You guys might have a really nice butt, some of you. I'm hearing, come eat these peaches and plums, like Cardi B. But people are very attracted to you. Like you're like succubus. Very like siren like, but people see you as getting a lot of opportunity. You may have pretty privilege, so people find you very good looking, and that is how you get your own way, or you have your nice style, your own aesthetic. But there's something about your energy, pile 5, that is very mystical. People just really want to be all up in it. People really admire you. Okay, you get pretty privilege, you're very attractive, and you turn the same gender on. Like I feel like if you're a woman, a lot of men are attracted to you, but none of them meet your standards, so you're always rejecting men. And when men express interest in you, you're like, oh, okay, this is a normal thing for me. Bye, ignore, swipe left. But then as soon as like randomly, like women, either women who are lesbian or bisexual, or just women who are straight but kind of bi-curious, or just women who wouldn't usually do anything with you, like you make them feel like attracted to you. Like even if you have straight friends, you may have friends who are like, okay, I'm straight, I'm not into women, but Power 5 is very attractive, like to the point where they even want to seek your validation. They even want to impress you. And if you kissed any of the, like, especially if you're a woman, right? If you kissed any of your straight friends, they would develop a crush on you, and they would actually question their own sexuality. Or they're the type of people that are straight, but they would be gay just for you. Like you turn, like, I don't know what power you have, Power 3, but you turn straight people like lesbian if you're a woman. If you're a man, men do admire how handsome you are, but it's not to the level of like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you. Like they just admire your looks, and they feel like that's a handsome young man, you know, or that's a handsome gentleman, but that's it. Like they don't sway. But with women, I feel like if you're a woman, you make both genders like, I get so weak in the knees, da, 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 da. You make everyone sway. And it could be because you guys, I heard Nicki Minaj, so you guys could have both masculine and feminine traits, and that is why you attract both genders. You could be bisexual. But the reason why I say this is because Nicki Minaj, like she used to be like, I used to be bi, but now I'm just hetero. Like like even the rap game, rap is always considered masculine. I don't know why though, because it's literally rap stands for rhythm and poetry. Like poetry, writing songs, writing poems, that sounds very feminine, right? But it's heavily masculine dominated. That to the point where if you are a female rapper, you're literally titled a female rapper, not even a rapper. Well, if you're a male rapper, you're just a rapper. But if you're a female rapper, you're a female rapper. So it's almost like rap is meant for men, like it like low key. So a lot of females who do rap, they carry that masculine trait, but they still don't like deny their femininity as well. So with Nicki Minaj, she still dresses girly, still looks beautiful, still is very, gorgeous looking, very girly, but she still has that masculine element to her where she's like, don't fuck with me, like I'm gonna give it to you straight, so yeah, like you may have a balance of both masculine and feminine traits, and you just turn everyone on. You're a temptation. Even to people who are in a relationship, they feel like they get swayed by you, or they want to flirt with you, or they may compliment you even though they have a person, or you make people just interested. You have a star quality, So I feel like people just find you very attractive. Like if you got drunk one night and you just made out with a straight woman, like they'd enjoy it. They would probably develop a crush on you afterwards and not let it go and not forget about it. I don't know. I heard pussy is power. Oh my God, guys. I don't know what it is. You have a lot of admirers. So a lot of people just really like you. A lot of people want to be with you. Like not even just for lust, but people want to actually date you, be in a relationship with you, but you have high standards. So people don't meet your standards and it makes them feel some type of way. And the haters start saying you're arrogant. Well, you're not arrogant. You just have high standards. Very sexual energy. People will just become very obsessed with you, and I'm hearing you're so hypnotic. I don't know. But yeah, you're always rejecting people, making people feel like they're not good enough. Not on purpose. Even your energy alone, you can literally walk in a room and people will just start being insecure. And that's not really a you problem. It's more like a them problem. It's something they have to work on. But part 5, I don't know who you are, but if I get myself a man or a woman, I'm hiding them from you. You're making me feel some type of way, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let me know if that resonates, and let me know what else you want to see. And take care. Bye.